Today on Capitol Hill, members of Congress letting the administration know how they feel about their handling of the Epstein files and all of that. How long can this FBI file or the FBI hide behind this idea that the courts, I got all of these, these courts out here telling me I got to stay, I got to wait. It sounds a little bit like sort of a BS game to me. Yeah. But you've been inside the tent. Tell us what that means.
Well, that's exactly what this administration wants, which is for everybody to give up and forget about the Epstein scandal. And that's what those court orders or the seeking the court orders were meant to do. They were trying to lose in court and get a court order saying, no, you can't disclose information about the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. And in that regard, they were entirely successful. They went to 3 separate courts. They lost 3 separate times. The problem for Kash Patel, the problem for this entire administration, though, is there's a whole bunch of information that could still be released by this FBI, by this DOJ. Representative Dan Goldman, who's a former federal prosecutor in New York, in the hearing today had a really good suggestion, which is release the interview transcripts outside of the grand jury proceedings. Those aren't protected by Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 6E. That's something that they could give up. But this administration doesn't want to.
We actually have that sound from Dan Goldman. Let's play it now.
We are providing everything we can legally provide.
No, that's not my question. My question is, why are those witness statements that are not grand jury testimony, that if they were under a protective order are no longer under a protective order, why are they not being released?
How are they not under a protective order?
Why are you not going to the court like you did for the grand jury testimony to unseal those records?
The DOJ did go to the court.
No, not on those records. Why aren't you going? You just went on grand jury.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
You are hiding the Epstein files, Mr. Patel.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
You are part of the cover-up.
Okay, when we say the Epstein files, we're talking about 100,000 pages worth of documents. When you are talking about that grand jury testimony, you're talking about 70 pages of information. So what is it that I get what he thinks he's getting away with. He thinks we're all too dumb to do the math, to tell the difference between the grand jury and the court order and all the rest of it. I actually think America is so invested in this story. And I think the fact that you have not only Democrats, but also Republicans like Massey pushing on this means that there is an appetite. If they wanted to do this, what would it actually look like? If they wanted real transparency.
You're exactly right. So what Kash Patel and this administration were seeking court orders to release for, as you said, a tiny sliver of information. That was the testimony that was in front of the grand jury. But as you said, there are tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of documents that weren't presented to the grand jury that wouldn't be covered by those rules. And it seems like Director Patel is trying to obfuscate and try to get people confused about those two things. But I also think that there's a broader point here, which is, on just about every other law, this administration seems like they're above it. They don't hesitate to fire FBI officials even when it breaks civil service protections. They're not afraid to target people for protected speech. But somehow, this magical rule.
They want to be by the book.
They want to by
exactly.
the book.
This one
the court
thing
told us we got to wait.
This is when they respect the court.
These are law-abiding citizens, guys. Come on now. What would make you think otherwise? There were a lot of exchanges today. And I will note, we were kind of talking about this before the show. I have been thinking about all day that Kash Patel was notably more subdued today with the House Judiciary Committee than he was with the Senate Judiciary Committee. If you think about it, he was still boisterous, a little boisterous, but yesterday he was yelling over senators. Everything they said, he was pointing at them. You're coming directly at me. Today, it was a little more demure. And to me, that says that performance yesterday was actually not necessarily welcomed by the White House. It looked as though to me that he... Because if you're that boisterous, it's like you got something to hide.
Well, he might have just been tired. But putting that aside, I watched yesterday, and I thought, as we see in the Trump administration, he was performing for an audience of one. Yeah. Fox News put out a story on Monday, where they cited 10 anonymous sources in the administration saying that he was on the ropes, that Pam Bondi wants him out, that the White House doesn't like his performance, what he did with the Charlie Kirk investigation didn't help him. And so it seems to me in this administration, if you have a problem and you think they're coming for you, there's only one person who you care about. So he went after Adam Schiff yesterday, the senator who ran the House Intelligence Committee when they did the first Trump impeachment. And we know how much Trump hates Adam Schiff. So he made sure to lacerate him. And I think that was just all performative. We've never seen an FBI director behave this way. The guy who's supposed to be in charge of the premier law enforcement agency of this nation, getting out there and deriding members of Congress and not just disagreeing, but insulting them. I mean, so he was doing that, I think, purposefully. Now, maybe in the end, it didn't work. Maybe the White House said, too much, ratchet back. But that's clearly what he was doing. It was clearly a moment of desperation, which is not what you want to see in an FBI director.